Blessings, y'all. It's Jesse, and I wanted to make this video to talk about loneliness. This video will be in portrait mode, as you can see. I might add something on the sides here, but I couldn't record this video on my laptop because the light is extremely abrasive. And it's gloomy outside, so I'm dealing with what I got. And it doesn't matter anyway. It's a video, so you get to see, but for most of you, you're probably hearing anyway. But if you're seeing, you're probably seeing a lot, because there is a lot. Color, alibis. I'll talk about that. I'll read my poem. I mean, it's a poem, but it's also just prose. I'm going a lot of different places here. It's called The Parable of Jargon Embellish. When you're lonely, you'll search every languid hall for an expired season, bumping into the very reason which provide no alibi, only treason. As I walked astray, I've beaten up the innocent and have accused the elderly fray. This is a transition which leaves me on a mission to find the utility. I contemplate whether I should continually swallow this pill of lonesome arrival. The system has not yet processed the last bite of sand that's been witched. My digital frame belongs to a name not remembered or savored by fame. Although some scream loudly and capture with fallacious print and distorted light, my feet returns to the outdated announced fight. Here it goes again. Where? Over there. Just a little closer to the edge, where I'm already hung up over the ledge. The overwhelming plea of this frequent kabuki theater sends worms onto Shakespeare's skin. The mere speech from these actors makes the mind thin. It's too much, a stew rush. The bowl is full and the servings are plentiful, but if I eat any more slowly, it'll grow cold, a flavor equating to mold, 'cause the cold is just that grotesque. Your tongue guaranteeing the taste of the silver screen burlesque. When you're lonely, you'll sit in the rocking chair covered in a heated sweat, crying, wetting the face which begins to trace all of those smiles hung up and broken into a stubborn place. Angles and angels passed around you with present pretense. The future, while dense, still bribe the clock to rock according to a tune that is funky or one to mock. When the dreary seas brush you into the mush, which cause you to daydream, flush the stream and entertain the obscene, like jargon embellish, then you will be awakened to the siren inside of your head. The remembrance is enough to awaken the dead. As spirits of old wander in search of a body to poke, if your bees start leaving, it'll soon begin to feel like a joke. Hocus pocus. Did you look twice or not focus? Herein is a story which wears the dress of the clown with colors magnified, featuring whistles, pizzazz, and bells on your gown. On one breezy Sunday afternoon, Jargon Embellish had a thirst for spirit. Before Jargon left their home, they made sure they had the following items on. Hot pink and blue bohemian tunic with green apple sleeves on each. Actually, that's not right. Hot pink and blue bohemian tunic with green apple squares on each sleeve. Bright orange gloves with marshmallow stickers threaded onto them. Royal purple shade trousers with patches of magazine cutouts featuring various celebrities. By the way, you can just imagine whatever you want. This is just my particular image, but imagine someone wearing the most craziest, funkiest outfit. You know, something just peculiar. When they finally walked out onto the busy downtown street, they presumed critical eyes glancing. They were right, because their clothes were so peculiar. Could Jargon Embellish be a distraction to passing Pisterians watching? One couldn't readily tell. The presumption threw their function. Suddenly, as if possessed, Jargon Embellish jumped 22 times before spinning in circles, only then proceeding to kick their right knee in the air and moonwalk backwards to their destiny, which was only a few blocks away. Not long after Jargon Embellish was handed their spirits and charms, they suddenly realized They didn't have a backpack with them to hold their spirit. They forgot their backpack. Would anyone think of them to be a drunk while holding the brown paper bag? Could that be the explanation for their boisterous behavior previously? Would jargon embellish attempt such randomized delirium before returning home again? I suppose it depends on the impending desire to be seen. 'Cause when you're lonely, you'll scream at every voice, thus silencing a life-saving choice. Again I say, rejoice, for even when words are emptied and bleak cities are filled with waste, our feet are scorned to pick up and make haste with the time that's still in the room. Although it lives on the ceiling, loneliness steadily pleads for healing. When we are torn apart but simultaneously structured, our dispositions shake and we remain flustered. Our feet must slow down to the yellow mustard. We've already stopped at the red light while speeding through green. Our vehicles ran out of steam. As one shuffles through the sheets and profiles of the stranger, the destination in front of you can't hide from very imminent danger. The unusual mystery of the antediluvian tree yields blurred mirrors screaming, do you know me? Why do you flee? Do you know thee? With much more added text, crippling my speech to rhyme and flex. A formula is needed to graph where this goes next. The parable of jargon embellish is about what it feels like to be lonely. Jargon is language that is characterized by uncommon or pretentious vocabulary and consonant syntax and often vague in meaning. The M stands for mythomane, which is a person with a strong or irresistible propensity for fantasizing or exaggerating. Embellish, which means to enhance, beautify a statement or narrative with fictitious additions, to ish it up. Loneliness lives on the ceiling, and it steadily pleads for healing. One more thing I'll say, and then I'm out of here. And it's a quote from Master Sananda Maitreya. He said, "You said you were lonely. I said everyone's lonely. Some people just hide their loneliness behind the coats of others." So I wanted to make this video for you. If you're feeling lonely, I'm going to say, as it has often been said, you are not alone. Now you might feel alone. You might feel isolated. That's the whole point. Loneliness is isolation. And I don't necessarily have that bridge to get you to where you need to go. But I can tell you, it's been done before. Not by people you don't know. It's been done by yourself. You've done it. And it's okay to reward that progress. Loneliness shows up in many ways. It can cause one to embellish, like jargon did. But it doesn't matter the drama of it all. You can get through. Prince says, shake your body till your neighbor stare at ya. Michael kicked his foot in the air, spun around, and moonwalked to his destiny. People were looking. Don't matter. Don't matter who's staring. People gonna look anyway. And I do appreciate the value of a funky outfit. Something that just is amazingly interesting. I do like turning heads, but sometimes you gotta know when to just be cool in your presentation. For instance, this was the backpack that jargon embellished left behind. Now, if you going outside with this backpack, you already know everyone gonna be like, yo, that's a cool backpack. Yo, that's a cool backpack. Or, yeah, funky backpack. Or, ooh. You know? If you ain't trying to get that kind of conversation, you might not want to go out with this kind of backpack. Because people gonna stop because it's peculiar. But it don't matter. What matters is when we find that bridge. And I hope that bridge shows up A map of promise can arise from the smoke. A cat appears reminding you of fate's joke. How did you ever find this arena of circumstance? When did you ever forget this cold of trance? You can get there. We're all getting there, really. And yeah, I guess that's all I have to say. Thanks for listening. I do post on gesturebuttontherapy.net if you want to read and catch up on everything I have here. I'm working on a book, composing all of this stuff, and I'm going to share all of those details as they unfold, as they often do. But thanks for listening. I appreciate every comment and everyone listening and reading and watching, especially since this video is going on too long. If you've stayed to this point and witnessed the changes, again, I do appreciate natural light. Right now, I'm relying on a lamp and my phone in portrait mode. But hopefully I got through. Blessings. If you see 7,
It's button therapy, baby.